Welcome, 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 welcome. How you folks doing tonight? Happy to have you guys here with us. We like the theme song. Kind of, at least us at this end. A little pep in our step. A little pep in our step. Good night, folks. How you all doing? Mark and Mandy, Nigel and Eva. Good to have all of you here. Marlon and Desiree. Little Finance. Good to have all of you here with us. Thanks for the tingling. Thanks for the ting. Good to have all of you. 400 plus of you. 2 minutes in. We're privileged. We're privileged. How you all doing? Claire Alexis, Charlie Richmond, we see you there. Who me? Thank you. Thank you, homie. Thank you. Big people behave a certain way. Who me say loud and clear? Didn't even wait. Loud and clear. Pam Halls. Lynn Finances, loud and clear. That's how big people operate. Kathy and Fowl. Margaret, good to see you. Margaret Correa, good to see you on the live tonight. Deborah Clark was admiring another Clark earlier this afternoon. The Clark is something else. Angela Jordan is here with us tonight. Sabrina Doris, Sandra Hanover is here with us too. Happy to have all of you fantastic, lovely folks. Mavis Davis, well said, done share. Mavis said, done share. Big people things. Big people things. Mandy Cummins is here too. Roxana, there's a pretty Milicia. O'Neill, Veronica, Deborah, Evelina, Tommy. Good to have all of you here. Karen and Wilma. Again, nowadays, Dolly Anderson. Good to have all of you on the live tonight. It's a great many of you. 600 and counting. Oh, we're so grateful. We're so heartened. 3 minutes into the broadcast. Y'all fast, but y'all fast. So pull it back. Good to have each and every one of you here with us. We all done crashing up on Jackdaw Bridge. They've done crashing up on Jackdaw Bridge already. Fed up with them. Look, I think I'm going to talk tomorrow about this. Maybe I dedicate my reel tomorrow. I fed up. O'Neill, can I give you all a sneak peek? Jesus have mercy. Some things you could blame the government for. Some things you blame even the opposition for. But some other things is we. All we. Me and you. You and me. And who me? It's us. Brian Lewis says, by the way, Mazaroon is in the house. I know if in the community of Mazaroon or is in the community. You know how. You ever wake up good? You ever fed up with your own self? To be fed up with your Guyanese brothers and sisters, it's to be fed up with your own self. I fed up. Some things you could blame Big Head Jack Dio. You could blame Big Head Duncan, Big Ears Duncan. Some things you could blame Shinehead Norton. My God. Terrence and so on. But some other things is just we. I'm making any sense? I'm making any sense? You get to start you like explain yourself too much. Some things is just us. You see the inside that are they building these roads properly? Could be all of that, Karen Clark. They barely open the road. Somebody ran up the road. Was it Saturday night? Sunday night? We there. Sunday night. 2 vehicles immobile on the bridge. You ever wake up good? This morning we heard and saw accident on the bridge. Fed up with them. Fed up. Right up. I hope it's that on y'all. I just hope it's that on y'all. How y'all doing tonight, folks? I just hope to God to court. It's none of you. I gotta be a preacher, Could have been a preacher. I went to church on Sunday. What did you guys do? Warming y'all up. I was at People's Assembly. Fantastic pastor. He gave me a shout out on Sunday. I can return the favor now. Fantastic. Fun and fan. Both all two. Tastic. Man of God. Preach a word in your life. Change it, instant, in season, and out of season. Balram Jadubal, fantastic. Reverend Doctor. I give you all of it. Bishop, everything. I had a fantastic time on Sunday. Got into People's Assembly and got in my worship, listened to the word of God, came home. A different person, speak to me differently, please. Let's be honest, nonsense happening on the roadways. I'm worried, but I'm not too worried. You ever wake up good? Huh? You ever wake up? A lot of people wake up Friday like that. A lot of folks woke up Friday like that. Good to get up. And then butt-ups. Election for chair and deputy chair. Butt-ups. Folks, we have so many things we want to share with y'all. So much things to say right now. So much things to say. My God. Let me start from the beginning. Y'all know y'all boy from Annog resign. Y'all know y'all boy from Annog resign. Let's start at the back. Forgive me for being so lighthearted. I swear to God, I'm a serious person. You catch me on the job, the other job. I'm a serious person. From here, bring down the pressure. Bring down the pressure for y'all. I know wake up good in the morning. That's how we can make Doc Chairman. First thing he do, he sell out to the people. Right? And then they sell he out. And send him packet. You ever wake up good? And now we hear he has resigned. Listen to me. Hold on. Hold on, cotton pick a minute. I have seen too often people try to transpose professions. I can't remember what you call it in English language. What you call it. But for instance, some people might believe if you're a good lawyer, you make a good politician. If you're a good Andrew, I'm making sense, Andrew. Some people think if you're a good lawyer, you can make a good politician. No way, Jose. You know how many people thought I have a 15 seconds at City Hall? I'm still here. I'm still here. Right. Someone says 15 seconds of fame at City Hall. Gone done. Then you can exit stage left. Never to be seen or heard anymore. Well, I'm still out here. Natalie Harry, I'm still here. Wilma Grant, I'm still here. Chanel, at the boat. People think because, and you say, no way. Jose, I had the Jose part, just in case you're looking for the Jose next time. Some people think because you're a good liar, a good lawyer. You will make a good politician. You're a doctor, not a politics. Right? I said doctor politics. If you have Michael Carly said doctor, come to me. In my heart, I'm a doctor. Only my young friend. In my heart. You remember that fella? Fake that he's a doctor? Testing people in all kinds of worries? He said in heart he felt he's a doctor. A good doctor, medical doctor, he make a good politician. Thank you, Dr. Franz, for your service. Thank you, Dr. Franz. This is what it is. Thank you, Dr. Franz. He did his thing. I heard the people that been accepting resignation and even pardoned twice. Some political parties here. Let me get something. Politics is theater. I teach you now. Call the kids. You only fall off the damn chair. I teach you now. Call the kids. Politics is theater. A lot about politics is theater. That's why all know. Vince scratching himself. I said, I thought we were in London. I thought you better get a little drama in you. Right? I saw as we then discombobulated in London. Say, I don't know. Up the wrong way. Yes, we win in London. No pun intended. A lot of politics is theater. Oh no, Mark. You got to get a different skill set. I'm certain that Mark France, he is a fantastic guy in medicine. I don't know. Let's say surgery is his thing. I can imagine Mark in that theater, the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, and Mark like butter on the floor, right? Scapula, this, tweezer, pliers, scissors, saw. He knows his work. Chisel, hammer. And he could go to work on you. Correct every deformity in Kwame. He could go to work. But you see, politics and medicine, a different diagnosis. What's wrong in this country? A totally different diagnosis. Sir Margon, listen to me. I want to understand. No pressure come to bear market, right? Nothing. No scale. No say fed up. Mark say fed up. Sell out. I look to win. Win, sell, he out. Give back change. Mark scratching here and say, this is a different skill set for politics. You could imagine Mark de France. I'm certain there's a lot of good stuff in the medical field that I can do. I could imagine, right? You could see people dying, bodies open up, you know. You could see, look inside, see my heart beating. If you look, you mightn't say anything, right? You see people intestines, what have you, and the man's strong, you know. 2 mornings, Mark come in politics, he vomiting up, he quit. Say done with this nonsense. It's not for everybody. It's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody, Raquel. A good lawyer don't make a good politician. A good doctor don't make a good politician. You know, time will tell. Time will tell. You see, you got to get something. You got to get a little extraness. Right? You got to get a good stomach. Because people bring all kinds of things. You know, you look, listen to me. I can tell you, I'm teaching tonight. Hold on. Call the kids. I'm teaching tonight. All right. I'm teaching tonight. I understand now more than I did when I was a child. How silly I was in my early years. I listen to my son, 17. He thinks he knows the whole world. But you walk this way before as an adult, as my parents did. You know, they look at me full of ideas, think I know it all. I say, look, this little shine head bastard here. Yeah? Think I know it all. But while we yet knew, Maya Angelou says, the great poet, we still knew nothing. We didn't know nothing. So them boys come. We lend them some seats. And they think they know it all. They think because they said blue is blue. Because they said pink is pink. They got no other variations. But in politics, the ground is always shifting. It's always fluid. Can I teach you a couple of things tonight? Digital. This is not chalk and talk. I remember Cameron said something to me as I was climbing the ladder in my former party, the Lines for Change, before they kicked me out. You see? I had enough reason to say, I done with this thing now. Nobody do Mark nothing. Mark just say done. But you see, it's in the times of difficulty, that is when your leadership is formed, in that crucible. Mark say done. I'm going back to medicine. Medicine is here. Kemrad said to us, to me, Kemrad is my mentor. If you don't like it, flop y'all. Wake up quick. He said leadership at this level came through the party ranks, party group chairman, and then you come up. I ain't parachuting. I ain't jump off no roof and land on no ground. Work my way up. And I was privileged to have served as General Secretary. And I ran for leader because I thought I could do it. You run for leader because you want to be vice chairman. But what he said to me was so instrumental. And this is a measure of the man who always got something to give. Some people got nothing to give you, you know. It's sheer emptiness. You bust them, emptiness. Mark, the fans got stolen my back and say, all right, Frankenstein, go down the road. Nothing on the inside. But he said, politics at this level, as a party leader, a general secretary, wait for it. Right? Wait for it. He said, politics at this level now, it's about managing expectation, managing interest. He said, everybody in this party, in this process, got an interest. And what the leader has to do is to manage all of those interests in the interest of the party and moving it forward. This body want black, this body want white, this body want pink, this body want yellow. And you got to pull all of those things together, move the thing down the road. Some people, the only interest that matters is their interest. The Lambo, the flambeau, me, my, the wrong me, oh, sorry for me. The only thing that matters. They're not trying to manage your interests. What's happening in your world? Your lived experiences. No. It's me, myself, and I. He says, Sherrod, you got to manage the interests of all of these people here. You see, sometimes somebody do something, you want to lash them because you got the authority. He said, no. Oh, you foolish Galatian. Who has bewitched you? Shinehead bastard. That's what he said to me. You got to manage now all of these interests. People want to go down this road, the road, boxer, there. And the good leader, who is going to be a great leader, is a person who has been able to master that art. Right? Take a star in your crown, Kemraj. Take a star in your crown. So them boys come. They're managing no interest, you know. They think things are going a certain way. While you yet knew, greatest poet of a generation, Maya Angelou says, Dr. Maya Angelou, you still knew nothing. Nothing. And that is what happens when you parachute people in. They don't understand the vicissitudes of politics, the ebbs and flows of the thing. The thing is one straight line. You can branch out, so go wrong, so double back and flank you. It's ever moving and dynamic. But we can get it right. We can get it right. If you're interested in the thing and not in your own interest alone, you can be curious about the thing. And that's where you got to move it. Now here Ganesh articulate some of this and what transpired in this regional system of electing chairman and deputy chairman. You see, the novice, the new people could say, you got to work like this. But I mentioned my parents, my mother, and how they thought because of their experience, they could see further. And that's what leadership does. Leadership has to see further because the leader has gone further. A 60-year-old party or 60-year-old parties will see further than you who just started 3 months. And that's how you got to your name. Right? 3 months, you are on the whole company. 3 months. Right? Let me tell you something. I'm teaching tonight. Could I teach you a little bit? You come in a company. Most people fall on this sword. You just come, even as a manager, a supervisor. You want to change everything. The most lasting change is the incremental change that adds up over time. You won't come and tear down the whole thing in one day. When you have that attitude as an employee, even a senior employee, what happens? The system itself galvanizes against you. The other way you could do it, you come in. I got some ideas, but let me learn the culture. You know, let me sit at some of the feet of the people here who know. Right? You got some positional leaders, and then you got some other leaders in the system. Let me sit at their feet. I'm the supervisor, but this lady here, she's just a clerk. But she here for 30 years. She must know a couple of things. Let me sit down by she couple mornings before I start trying to tear down everything. When you come with that attitude, the whole system becomes a weapon formed against you. Right? And why? Something I learned years ago doing industrial relations and management at the University of Guyana. Professor Aubrey Bishop, former Chancellor of the Judiciary, attorney at law par excellence, teaching about organization, psychology. Right? One thing I remember from the whole course, why people resist change. People resist change, he said, shine head, big head Duncan, because of the loss of 3 things. And I'll start with P. Incidentally, people resist change because of the loss of power, prestige, and privilege. The whole system, because you come in, I see new kid on the block, I just get this and blah, 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 I know everything. You know who's me? I can be chairman here. Better toe the line. The whole system form against you now. Oh, you think you're somebody? People resist change. This organizational psychology. Yeah, I think I just dropped from someplace, you know. People resist change because of the loss of power, prestige, privilege. Never forgot it. Never forgot it. And so here is Ganesh explaining to the folks how it works. Because they all come and sit down and learn a couple of things. We know. We got money. We must know. Folks. Ganesh by Paul at Nation Watch over the weekend, talking through some of these issues that occurred on Friday as we elected chairman and vice chairman in regional system. Take a look and take a listen. Take a look.
Guided that happened in other regions, put and accepted. So if people went into the elections not knowing the rule of the game, ignorance is no excuse, right? But I come back to make the point that we did not stupidly go and put our candidate up in Region 10. It was people from the We Invest in Nationhood party that signaled their non-support for Mark Gorin and their willingness to support our candidate. Now, we know that there were about 3 people in the We Invest in Nationhood councillors in Region 10 that were prepared to support Dominic Blair. So we know with our 5, their 3, and Forward Guyana, that will give us the 9. So it could very well be, because it's secret ballot, as I said, that the 3 PPP people voted really for Win and give them their 9, because there were 3, at least 3 that we know of from Win that did not endorse, support, nor want Mark Gorin as their chairman in Region 9. So when Mark Gorin was speaking with this pomp that he knows he's going to get it and what's not, and mind you, there's no recall legislation at RDC. So if there's anybody that cooperated with and I'm going to come to Region 8 just now, but let me make this one very clear. If there's any party that really cooperated with the PPP based on the deduction and assessment, it is the We Invested Nationhood. So because it's their removal from Region 4 and possible their vote in Region 10 that has it now at 9 and 9.
So it won't be a stretch to say that the allegation that the PNCR is correlated with the PPP would be a form of damage control for
them,
for internal rift within We Invested Nationhood.
And let me tell you, let me come to Region 8. Let me make it very clear for Region 8. And we have the evidence. In Region 8, they were not prepared to give us the vice chair as they claim. On the very day in question, our 1 vote that we had to give them the 8 votes, when they were talking amongst themselves, as was reported to us by our counselor, that they were not prepared to give us the vice chair. They were prepared to take the chair and vice chair. And that is why on the spot, our counselor went and did what she did, voted with the PPP to get the vice chair. And it isn't something that the party had a pronouncement on, because the party learned of this after it unfolded, and it was an on-the-spot move that was necessary in the interest of her getting that office and being a part to represent in terms of getting the necessary resources.
Because that was the goal in Region 8 at all times, to ensure
for us to get the vice chair. For us to get the vice chair.
So the vote along with the PPP was not necessarily a vote for the PPP, but it was rather a vote to secure what we intended to receive in this region.
And it was not something endorsed by the People's National Congress Reform.
You think you know it all. You think you know it all. But the bowling could come different. You're looking for the straight line. But this thing got some back alley, some side streets. Yeah? Okay. You remember, you got some people going through the front door, GRA. So how about this thing here? You know, some of you on the live right now. Yeah, a little public servant work is so. This duty here in this vehicle is a lot by. You know. See what you are buying, man. See what you are buying. No. GRA got to get it money. GRA has to get its money. Come on. You can't pay the duty. Don't buy the vehicle. You see? That's the straight road they put you on. But some other people know the back alley. Some other people got a phone number. They can go in on WhatsApp and say, bap, bap, bap. Taken care of. Consider that done. Consider it done. Right? How much you got to pay? 10,000? They should tell you pay? No, you pay $50. Consider it done. That is the nature of the thing. That is the nature of the thing. And that is some of what we saw also. Region 10 leader, Sharma Solomon, former mayor. As Sharma resigned as mayor, I can't keep abreast. Also discussing over the weekend. Also discussing. We're teaching tonight. Take it away, Sharma.
Listen, I can level up in this life. I'm leveling up. I am not just a spectator. I am a very involved partner in what is happening. I am representing the APNU in Region 10. The APNU is not going to stand idle by while we saw last week a misrepresentation and needed to be corrected by the trade unions about the level of involvement to represent workers in the region, we're not going to stand idle by and look and listen at a misrepresentation of what occurred today. We, as a party with 5 councillors who were sworn in today, participated in a process that said, if our candidate is nominated, we will stand in solidarity with our candidate. That is our 5. That is our 5. The clerk of council called for a secret ballot. We did not participate in saying secret ballot. We weren't the ones who proposed secret ballot. We are a party who participated in the activity like any other party did of the other 3 parties. In that contest of the secret ballot, 2 nominees came out. A Mr. Mark Gorin from WIN and a Mr. Dominique Blair from the APNU. Hear what I can say on behalf of our 5 and our candidate, that we expect that once a name is brought forward, so you see how far we have come through the process of the immature politics that misled people to believe that we already had a chairman when we never had, without giving the process an opportunity to work. So the disappointment is not in the process. The disappointment should return, like we saw with the trade unions, the misrepresentation of what the process is about and how it unfolds in representative democracy. When you're immature and an amateur and don't understand this, the danger in that is that you feed on the ignorance of those who are prepared and willing to learn. That is what occurred in Region 10 today. So our 5, with a nominee of Mr. Blair, it is only expected that we have our solid 5. What I can say to you is that we are grateful for wherever that other 4 may have come from. Wherever it came from, we are grateful. But no one, as we saw persons doing today, from the highest level of a political party, making regards, can you say in a secret ballot which other 4 would have voted for Mr. Blair? Be very careful. Be very careful. That would be such a reckless assumption. Be very careful, because we don't know who are the other 4 that voted for Mr. Blair. Be very careful, because 4 out of 9 could have come from WIN. 4 out of 3, which included 1 from the PPP and 1 from FMG, could have come from them. How do you go making such reckless claims about a process that carries you to representative democracy?
Sharma Solomon there from Linden, a leader in Linden, a leader in Region 10, walking us through some of those issues, you know. Yeah. We gotta have an opportunity to learn. We gotta be curious about this thing called politics. It's never static. Never static. You know, it's like the stock exchange. Very dynamic. Always moving. Always moving. Folks, in the few minutes, the 5 minutes or so we got left with y'all, let us walk you through some other stuff. At least y'all think it's just that alone. But just some other stuff happening we think you guys ought to know about. This credit limit from the UK that's up now $3 billion, £3 billion. A lot of folks are saying we got to watch this borrowing. You know, we got to watch this borrowing. This is UK export finance. That's the entity. Let's increase our credit limit, £3 billion. Then I heard some voices over the weekend, like columnist and thought leader GHK Lal, cautioning that oil price volatility and heavy obligations mean a debt trap is possible for countries like ours, right? Noting that our public debt is already $5.5 billion US. 5.5. Saying that government must balance infrastructure ambitions against prudent borrowing. So you have that happening on that side. And then we've seen that one of the oil entities with us currently, right? Exxon, they've submitted an expiration bill that you and your kids gotta thing. We and our kids, we got minutes in our lifetime. They're saying we owe them 2.3 billion US. 2.3 billion US. That's what, 400 billion Ghana dollars? We owe them. Yeah. Billion with a capital. And I saw Kaicho News taking exception to this, saying now, this is outpacing our royalties we're receiving. So we owe them boys. We owe them boys. You know? And then we see some arguments like the cost recovery terms for Exxon significantly reduces the country's immediate oil earnings. They said there is a need for contract renegotiation. What happened to that promise by the PPP? Whatever happened to that promise by the PPP? And the Exxon has moved into the big palatial dwellings there in Ogle. Happy for y'all. Happy for y'all. You know? You know the one we pay for that, yeah? The palatial dwellings. They want us to pay for it. They want to write it off as cost incur as well. Cost incur as well. Right? Then you got some tax credit scandals now. Folks, no easy day. You know, no easy day. What I really want to know is when Guyanese going to feel the effect in our pockets. Right? When are we going to feel that? We pumping oil, but we ain't feeling it. We're not feeling it. When are we going to feel it? When are we going to feel it? When are we going to feel it? Congrats. I said the people, one of the companies had their license extended. Then that's what they're telling us. You know, Exxon has extended its contract with a company called Sterna drill ship. Nice time. Nice time. I want to be nice time for Guyanese. I want to be good life for Guyanese. Friends at the time, favorites at the time, flatterers, and family. It's time you be put first as a Guyanese people. Right? It's time you all be put first. Please and thank you. Congrats to our folks who they were at the Osaka Expo. I always wanted to go to Osaka. Right? And they were awarded the bronze medal for their exhibition under the theme Connecting Lives. Yep, this is tourism. You know, they go to these tourism expos in these other countries and showcase what we have here. Good going. Right? Good going. Please and thank you. Good going. Right? So a lot of creativity went into it. And this particular expo, you had 160 countries, 90 exhibitors. Yeah. Good going for the folks. Couple other things. You may or may not have seen me trying to get on a flight. Jargon International. But the roads. roads. More roads to build. It's more traffic. Right? You think it's done on them by now. This is not how we can solve this problem. You think it was done on them by now. This is how we can solve this problem. Not that. Just this afternoon. Trying to get up to wherever it was. The East Park. Land of Canaan, Garden of Eden, whatever it is. I ain't got nowhere yet. Jaguar roundabout, Eccles roundabout, traffic backup. 6 lane, 50 lane. It make no difference. It make no difference. But Ali had to get his photo up. Ali had to get his photo up. I heard so many press conferences back. Jaguar lamenting the fact that these contractors billing anyhow. They don't care how the public is inconvenienced. I mean, some inconvenience is necessary. Right? But I shouldn't have to get up to Cherry Jagan International 24 hours before check-in just to avoid the madness and mayhem on the road. And so when we saw this 530 air for that over the weekend with contractors, reading the right act, photo up. Photo up. He's putting the cat before the horse, or the cat, something, or the whole thing upside down. Happy for them, though. Happy for them. Think I want to stop there. They got some issues happening with the ports in Trinidad. They got some challenges there. And one of the things GCCI was telling us, that you can look forward to some of the prices going up. Now, folks, the cost of living here already high. Thanks for the bad news, GCCI. Thank you for the bad news. Prices are going to go up even more. So that's what they're warning, folks. Brace it over. That's what basically saying. Right? Brace it over, because delays at ports in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, by the way, they're telling us is ranked the slowest in the Caribbean, the ports. Right? The slowest. But they said supply chain paralysis, all these euphemisms. Right? Especially during the holiday season here. Going to be problematic. Right? I could imagine how you're all excited with those prices that are going up. Right? How you all excited. GCCI warning, you're going to have delays, which is going to reduce the trade flows and hamper businesses across Guyana. Price hike coming. Here are trying with the squatters at Ogle. I don't know why they allow this, and then they come to swoop down like heroes. Then they come to swoop down like heroes. They're telling us in the flight path at Ogle, there's a whole bunch of houses. Folks, I thought I said they give 70,000 house lots. If they give 70,000 house lots, why are people still squatting? Why? Why? So I said in the process of relocating 40 households and Cummings Park, 40 households. You see, when you read between the lines, they can't kerfuffle you. You read between the lines, as Burnham said we should do. They can't style you. And on this note, we read at 9 o'clock hour. Tomorrow, God willing, we're going to feature a story. Tomorrow, God willing. You ever wake up good. Land of plenty. $1 trillion economy. Biggest budget ever. Year on year. People still got squat. People still got a squat. 56, 70,000 house lots. Promise delivered. Squatting house. Right? Diamond Regional Hospital in Diamond. Diamond Regional Hospital in Diamond. Y'all didn't tell me. Right? Y'all didn't tell me that the X-ray machine are working there. You didn't tell me. Huh? We got a story for you tomorrow. They make your skin crawl. People go for a service under all kinds of laboring under all kinds of ailments. And then you get sent away. Huh? You get sent away because the ultrasound machine are working. They send you away. Right? Jesus. I'm thinking about this story because I heard it today. You could imagine you get dead. They say, wrap your dead and you got to carry your dead with you. We got morgue here. And then by his cut ribbon. Transformational development all across Guyana. Minus a morgue. Minus ultrasound. Transformational. We're talking half, we left half. We left half to tomorrow. Diamond Regional, we see you. I ain't talking about the staff and the powers that be. We see all. Find your wanting. So many times. Let's leave it there, good folks. That's our time. That's our broadcast. We're going to see you guys in the next one. Wilma. Bridges have 5 more years upon them. Yeah. As the song I'm walking. This story can make you scared. Hold it over. They get it right. They can get it right. There's where we leave it, folks. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. That's our time. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. Let me say it clearly. That's the time. That's our broadcast. We can see you guys on the next one. Stay safe.